Battery experts confirm it, and the driving public needs to understand it. For starters, let me just say I love my Tesla. It's a white-on-white leather interior sports car turned suburban sedan. Driving it feels like being picked up by Richard Gere on Hollywood Boulevard, except that you're making the car payments. To put it bluntly, the Tesla Model 3 makes our family BMW feel like a tin can Chevy Chase station wagon. And sure, it's better for the planet. So it's rather unfortunate that our winter weekend road trip turned out to be such a disaster. We drove from New York to Vermont, where the state slogan should be, "Because you can drive here." It's an easy, breezy 184-mile drive via the Taconic State Parkway. It's so easy, in fact, we didn't think to check if our destination had a supercharger because we just assumed there would be one reasonably close by. Mistake number 1. And we start off with a full tank, i.e. 100% charge with a 322-mile range, so we think we're golden. Mistake number 2. 100 miles into the journey, we should be at about 222 miles, but it reads 160. Where's the missing 62 miles? I don't know, but I've got a baby in the backseat who doesn't fully appreciate the complex nuance of battery technology, or the fact that we need to charge up but there isn't a supercharger within 40 miles of our destination. Which, by the way, is Vermont, not North Dakota. So we took a detour to the nearest Supercharge station in Lee, Massachusetts. Meanwhile, the temperature has dropped to -2 Fahrenheit. When it's this cold, a snow icon appears next to your battery icon on your touchscreen display, as if you weren't already aware of the creeping frostbite in your fingers. After a 20-minute charge session, we arrived in Manchester with 150 miles left. Seems safe, right? Wrong. Parked outside overnight in what is now -8 Fahrenheit, the battery lost 30 miles. Because the cold saps the battery. In industry parlance, they call this low-temperature performance. Why does cold weather damage performance this badly in a Tesla, the world's electric car leader with a market cap of more than $673 billion, more than all U.S. automakers combined? And how can this happen in the United States, which federally funds some of the best early-stage battery research in the world? Really, how can this happen to a modern, microprocessor-controlled, lithium-ion battery at all? Especially given that the entire auto industry is amid its biggest transformation in a century, investing billions in bids to overtake Tesla, NASDAQ, TSLA. It all comes down to the basic function of a regular old everyday battery, something we cell phone addicts take for granted. Ions are traveling inside of the battery between the positive and negative electrodes through a liquid electrolyte. As it gets colder, the liquid becomes thicker, now closer to freezing solid. So the ions move more slowly, which causes more resistance.